CIDG operatives, warrant of arrest, a full Camp Crame press conference with 2 generals and a NAPOLCOM commissioner. The charge? Unjust vexation, the smallest, lowest classified crime in the entire Revised Penal Code. Para bang pumatay, pero ang kaso, you were just annoying. What happened here? Let's break it down. So who exactly is Francis Leo Marcos? The truth is, he has zero connection to the Marcos family. His real name is Norman A. Mangusin, born in Bulacan. Back in 2020, at the height of the pandemic, he blew up on social media with his so-called Mayaman challenge, giving away cash to Filipinos on camera, millions of followers overnight. But it wasn't just about giveaways. He claimed to be the son of Ferdinand Marcos, the heir to the Marcos gold, and that's where the allegations began. According to OFW complainants, he used the fictitious name Francis Leo Marcos to solicit donations, and the estimated amount collected, 40 to 80 million pesos. Hindi pa kasama ang alegasyon ng NBI na human trafficking, which led to his first arrest back in 2020. He spent nearly 4 years in detention. He was released in 2024 and immediately went back to social media, millions of followers again. Then, this February 2026, a photo surfaced showing him wearing a PNP ceremonial uniform. He is not the police officer. The CIDG launched an investigation. And while all these probes were heating up, out comes a warrant. Not for estafa, not for human trafficking, not for usurpation of authority, but for unjust vexation. February 24, 2026, Sheraton Manila Hotel, Pasay City. CIDG operatives arrested Norman Mangusin using a warrant issued by Parañaque RTC Branch 294. The charge, 12 counts of unjust vexation under Article 287 of the Revised Penal Code in relation to Section 6 of RA 10,175, the Cybercrime Prevention Act. The complainant? Mark Jason Warnakulahewa, better known as Macagago, for derogatory remarks Mangusin made against Macagago's wife and mother on social media. Bail was set at 120,000 pesos, 10,000 per count. So what exactly is unjust vexation? Under Article 287, Paragraph 2 of the Revised Penal Code, any other coercions or unjust vexations are punished by arresto menor, 1 to 30 days, or a fine of 1,000 to 40,000 pesos. That is the absolute lowest classification of crime in the entire RPC, a light felony. There's no specific statutory definition, which is why it's called the catch-all or wastebasket crime. Pag nakakainis ka at walang ibang applicable na kaso, unjust vexation ang sasalo. But here's where the game changes entirely. Because Mangusin's remarks were made on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Section 6 of RA 10,175 kicks in. The law says, when a crime is committed through information and communications technology, the penalty goes up by 1 degree. So arresto menor becomes arresto mayor, 1 month and 1 day to 6 months. And because of that single upgrade, everything changes. What was a light felony becomes a less grave felony. What was MTC jurisdiction becomes RTC. What was a summons becomes a warrant of arrest. And the prescriptive period from 2 months jumps to 5 years. The Supreme Court upheld this in Disinay versus Secretary of Justice. Section 6 is constitutional. So the arrest was technically legal, pero ang tanong ko, was it proportionate? And this is where it gets truly problematic. After the arrest, Mangusin was brought to Camp Crame for a full press conference. NAPOLCOM Vice Chairperson Rafael Vicente Calinisan presided. CIDG Director Major General Morico was there. The complainant Macagago was brought in for a face-to-face confrontation on national television. Calinisan declared, tagumpay po ito ng hustisya sa Pilipinas. Crime does not pay. Then he listed allegations that were not in the warrant. The 40 to 80 million peso OFW scam, fake identities, police uniform violations, human trafficking. Lahat yun. No case filed, no warrant, no information, but presented to the public as if he were already convicted. Here's the irony. NAPOLCOM itself, Calinisan's own agency, issued the memorandum circular that prohibits presenting suspects to media. NAPOLCOM Memorandum Circular 2007-01. Former PNP Chief Jesus Verzosa reinforced this in 2008, calling it a violation of human rights. Former PNP Chief Albayalde formalized the enforcement in 2018. The Commission on Human Rights endorsed it. And now, the NAPOLCOM Vice Chair himself is the one doing the presentation. Hindi ba ironic yon? And let's not forget, Calinisan had a pre-existing personal conflict with Mangusin. 2 weeks before the arrest, he posted on social media personally threatening, "In solidarity with the whole PNP, NAPOLCOM will initiate criminal charges against Mangusin. You will surely pay for it." That's a clear conflict of interest, and it strongly suggests that the press conference wasn't about justice. It was about public shaming, and the unjust vexation warrant, it was used as a pretext. And here's the question everyone is asking. If the alleged scam amount is 40 to 80 million pesos, why is the charge unjust vexation? Why not estafa? The answer is procedural, not substantive. Estafa under Article 315 requires individual complainants who can prove specific amounts, specific false representations, and specific reliance. Ang problema, the victims are OFWs. They're working abroad. They can't fly home just to file a complaint, execute an affidavit, and attend hearings. So despite the massive allegations, no estafa case has been filed. Makagago's unjust vexation complaint, simple and straightforward, derogatory social media remarks against his family. Screenshots exist, evidence is clear. Kaya yun ang unang nakawarrant. But remember, this doesn't mean Mangusin can't face estafa, usurpation of authority, use of fictitious name, or cyber libel charges in the future. The CIDG Anti-Fraud Unit's investigation is ongoing. Unjust vexation was just the first charge that produced a warrant. Hindi yun ang katapusan. 2 lessons here. First, never underestimate unjust vexation. In the age of social media and RA 10,175, the smallest crime in the RPC now carries arrest warrants, RTC jurisdiction, and a 5-year prescriptive period. A single Facebook post, pwede kang maaresto. Second, the law applies to everyone, including the government. If media presentation of suspects is prohibited, that prohibition doesn't bend just because a commissioner is sitting at the press conference table. Due process is not selective. What's your take on this case? Was the press conference legal? Was the arrest proportionate for unjust vexation? I-comment mo sa baba. Gusto ko marinig ang side mo. Subscribe to YouTube for ForLawsSake for more legal commentary like this. Maraming salamat, and remember, the law is for everyone.